Hey guys, Bombarter here. Just a quick update for those of you on the Savage Beast run, aka the saber of Savage Oppress from the Clone Wars. Update today is that received the main grips for the handles, and the machine work is exemplary, as I have come to know from my machinist Daryl. He does a superb job every time. At the moment I can't find fault with anything. I've not come across any problems so far. The saber is going together and going to plan of how I envisioned it and designed the 3D renders for my machinist to work from. Not a lot of people know this about me, but I do actually use 3D software. I don't have much in the way on my Shapeways store because most of it's one-off stuff that I build for my sabers and for customer sabers when they ask a request of some unusual things or some cram foo on some of their saber installs for them. They come to me and I basically do what they ask me to do, which other people tell them that can't be done. So, you know, what one person can't do, another can generally, and I haven't turned anyone away yet when they've asked me something strange or odd or tight fitting. But anyway, back to point. Main handles are in stock. This beast here, this was the prototype that I made, and this was all made from mucking around with using a female to female converter to hold a choke on the wrong way round, and then getting a blade piece made for it and having the claws made. The claws will not look like this on the actual saber from the run. This is just something that I wanted. When I originally made this, I wasn't going to do a run of them. I wanted to, but I wasn't going to. I wasn't sort of intending to. So I designed the claws how I would have liked them to have looked. If it was me who was doing the drawing or the render for the TV series, I would have made the claws look like that. But the claws on my run sabers will match more closely. I won't say accurate because it's very difficult to get an accurate from a cartoon drawing, which changes per episode and how they look and the size of them. So the more accurate, the intent is more, they will look more like the ones from the cartoon. The other thing is they're not going to have kobolds that I used on this for quickness to make the build. Some of the machining here is slightly different, which you'll see, and it hasn't got the big rubber grips that I got from TCSS, which did the job for this, but they are just, it's just so big and fat and uncomfortable. I just don't like them. So it's got nice 3D printed lower profile machined ones, which also match more closely what you'll see in the TV series. So I'll just leave that there and I'll show you, as I brought home a couple of the blade holders and left the rest of them at the machine shop. This is what the size wise, length wise, it's pretty much the same. Let's try and line these up as best I can. So they're pretty much same length. Differences are obviously the machining in the neck for the extra greeblies, which most people don't even realise are there. As I say, there's differences in the machining that I had done on the neck. In terms of how it's going to feel, it is going to be pretty awesome, I would say. It's, as I say, it's turning. I mean, look at, I'm 6'2", so you can kind of imagine the size of my hand. And if you look at Savage Oppress holding this in the TV series, and you look at his hand in the middle of the saber, my hand in the middle of the saber, it comes out at pretty much the right length to what you'll see in the cartoon pictures. And if you look on the run picture I've got of him on there holding it, Other thing I want to show you is obviously more of a close-up detail. This is where the sound venting comes in. Now you can't actually see them, but these grips have actually got slots cut. Where these are, there's actually raised sections on the grips. Let's see if you can see it a bit better on this one. There's actually slots there, so it's got plenty of sound venting. I didn't cut these all the way through. The machinist and I both agreed leaving these in would make this stronger, because he was worried that someone gripping this tightly in the middle, dueling with it, could cause these to flex in. So these sections were left in deliberately to keep this piece nice and strong, but also these sections line up with the slots that are cut in the grips. So I can show you that if the camera will pick it up, but yeah, there's slots on the underside. So these will be glued in, and these pieces here actually slot in into these grooves, so they will stay fixed nice and tight. This one is actually the switch one, which I said there was going to be hidden switches on the Sabre, and there is. These switches are on the end and they flex, and there will be, for those of you that, well, I think everyone at the moment is all using Nano Biscuit from Plector Labs. So you only have one activation per soundboard, and that has got enough flex. I've tested it, put my finger inside, and it flexes enough to hit an activation. That is going to be extended about maybe 1.5 mil, just to make it easier designing the chassis so it hits the tactile switch. For those, if anyone does opt to go for a Prism soundboard or a Crystal Focus, someone gets a bit flush with cash or something, then they will have two of these per Sabre. One will be on top, so one will be on top to line up on top, and then there'll be one on the reverse side of it, which will be on the underside, and that will be the auxiliary buttons for said boards. So in terms of grip thickness, I can do a quick comparison. Let's just get this grip put back in. I'm going to do this one-handed. Right, that grip's in. Let's have a look at the grip comparison. Right, let's see if I can get a shot of the thickness. Right, so there is the level and how high the grips come up on that. Now let's check. Look at the difference. Same size tubing, and there's the difference in the height on this one. So you can see there's quite a bit of height difference, and believe me, it's going to make this so much more comfortable to grip and to use than having the big grips. And as I say, these look more accurate. If you look at the cartoons, they're not big fat chunky grips like these. They're low profile versions of them, and these actually feel really nice being printed in 3D printed. So anyway, let's cut this video off here. Thanks for watching, guys. For those of you on the run, then I think this is a nice little update for you, showing you the detail and the effort my machinist and myself are putting into the work in these. Well, I should say, giving my machinist a headache when I send him renders of things, and then I have to explain in my non-machinist talk how I want something made. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Bomb out.